Thank you for staying with us. Most times, sweeping changes are required to sanitize a system for optimum outputs. On Monday, President Bola Tinubu made such changes with the sacking of service chiefs and appointment of new ones, as well as some political positions. President Tinubu also appointed Adeni Bashir Adewale as the acting Controller General of the Customs, as well as new commander of the National Guard and other military officers for Aso Villa. One of the new security chiefs, the acting Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, has been decorated with his new rank. After his decoration by the Vice President, Kashim Shettima, Egbetokun was at the Louis Edet Force Headquarters, Abuja. Let's share the story with you.
It's a stage. You come, you walk, and you go. I'm happy I'm handing over to somebody I know that will carry the mantle of leadership from where I have stopped. We grew up together. I was his boss at a time, not even when I was IG. He worked under me twice. We've been working together, and I know how he can go ahead to champion the cause of the police from where I have stopped.
I really can't describe how I feel presently, but if I have to tell you anything, I will tell you that right now, I feel like a tiger inside of me, ready to chase away all the criminals in Nigeria. And some other time, I feel like a lion in me, ready to devour all the enemies, internal enemies of Nigeria. That's my feeling right now. Thank you.
IGP Egbetokun feeling like a lion, ready to devour all, criminal elements in Nigeria. Good to go. Morale is high, as we see. Morale is very high. President Tinubu's choice of Egbetokun as IGP, Jide.
Actually, it didn't come to me as a surprise because politicians are very predictable. When it comes to this kind of situation, they want to work with people that they are familiar with, that they had worked with over the years. And this IG was his chief security officer when he was governor of Lagos. The relationship continued. So naturally, he must have counted himself lucky that at the time when Asiwaju won the election and became president, he was still in the police. Because the way it is now, he has roughly 1 year and 2 months left. The police is supposed to go, I think, in September. So with Asiwaju as president, his boss, naturally, Asiwaju will want to work with someone like that because he had known him for long. They had worked together. They understand one another. And, loyalty is very key in this kind of appointments. Except we want to deceive ourselves. Loyalty is very key. If you can find someone that you have worked with for some time that you trust, it's so easy for you to pick that person, especially when the person is qualified. He was already a DIG, which makes him shoehorn for that kind of position. We've seen some president that went to bring junior AIG.
Swept
Remember what happened? when Buhari just took over.
2015.
Junior AIG. Yeah. And the gale of forced retirement was the highest in Nigerian history. Yeah. They even went to court, if you remember. Went to court to say, what's the meaning of
DIGs?
You know, so
all the police management guys.
The good thing is some of the DIGs are his juniors. Some of them are his mates. Yes. It's up to him to decide what to do. If he feels like working with them, they won't be compulsorily retired. But if he doesn't feel comfortable working with some of them, of course, they will have to go. But Asiwaju, when you look at Egbetokun's CV, of course, you cannot argue that, look, this is a man prepared for the job. He was CP in Kwara. He was CP Explosive Ordnance Department, those in charge of, the bomb squad. He served as Squadron Commander, Mopol 5 in Benin City. He was Chief Superintendent of Police Lagos Command. He was Commander, Rapid Response Squad in Lagos State. He was Area Commander in Gusau, Zamfara State. He was also Area Commander in Sokoto State, which means that he has also moved around. Then he was AIG in charge of Zone 7 Abuja, from where he was elevated to the rank of DIG in charge of criminal investigations. That was his last posting. He's urbane, quiet, very sound, and well-grounded in operational matters. So you can see there's a strategy. Asiwaju went for the best operations officer in the army, and that's Lagbaja. Now, he has also picked an IG that is very grounded in operational matters, and the police will readily tell you that that is his area of strength. And then he's also very well qualified academically. I'm sure Majid will have a say on even his qualification. So whichever way you look at it, he's more than capable, more than qualified for the job that they have given him.
Majid, you want to tell us about his track record, Egbetokun, IGP?
What strikes me most is the fact that the new acting Inspector General of Police is a graduate of mathematics from University of Lagos. And yeah, so, and he has a master's in engineering sciences and business administration, and a PhD.
Complex.
Not the ones you say honoris causa. They say they will dash you doctorate. This one, he earned it at Al-Hikmah University.
Glory.
PhD in peace and security studies. So he comes well prepared, and from what Jide has said, from where he has moved around, I think he served as the
two masters.
Two masters degrees, one in mathematics, the other one in engineering
analysis.
Engineering analysis
from Unilag.
Yes,
quite complex.
Very, very complex. So you
Faculty of Science.
So for him to say that it's like a lion and a tiger. He knows what he's talking about.
He's fired up.
And I think he served as the first commander of RRS in Lagos. I mean,
you can see Olatunji Disu.
Yes, we can see Disu,
yes,
our friend there. I mean, with him. Disu actually took over from him
at RRS.
So, and you can see, there was a time in Lagos during his time as RRS commander. I mean, somebody just gave me the number. I didn't know him. I was not expecting him to pick. And I'm being factual here. I just called, and he said, where is the location? I mean, I gave him the location. Pronto, in less than 10 minutes, they were there at about 10 p.m. at night. So with that kind of, and I think in quick successions, I mean, you don't really have to know, especially those guys in the RRS. And I think
I think there's a culture in the RRS.
There is a culture there.
Tradition of excellence.
Which he laid.
It was like that.
Yes, and this too was like that. And even the
president now.
The present RRS commander, Egbetokun. So, and one
Like
thing...
me will sometimes call to say, Egbo, say there's no problem. Many times he will just call me, even about the security here.
Egbe, one day, around 9 p.m., I ordered a ride for a friend who came visiting from UK. And I put a clock, I was monitoring the ride. I won't say whether it's Bolt or Uber or whatever, but it was one of these car hailing businesses. The guy was supposed to be going to VI, and I traced the vehicle to Songwater. See, because I was monitoring. And this guy is... And now I had to call the driver. I said, stop where you are, or else I know where you are. And what are you doing in Songwater? So I put a call to him.
From Victoria Land?
No, I ordered from Ikeja.
And yes, as
they took off from Ikeja. It was meant to go to
VI.
They were approaching Songwater. So, and this was around 9:30 at night. So I called Egbeyemi. This was around January, February this year. Pronto, before 10 minutes, the guy was apprehended. He was now begging. Can you imagine? So, and there is that culture which Egbetokun set up at the RRS, which is being maintained by, which has been maintained by Disu and now Egbetokun. Egbeyemi. So, Egbetokun, I saw a picture which has been going viral as CSO to Governor Tinubu. I think sometimes 2003, Egbetokun was at the back there, very smallish.
Yes, I saw it.
And with... I
even saw Oniru.
The likes of, Oniru, Bolaon. The last VP, the VP, the former VP.
Professor Shibajo.
Dele Alake and Kemi Nelson of blessed memory. All of them.
Yes,
I think that's the picture.
Yes, that's Muiz Banire, Leke Egbetokun, Raouf Aregbesola.
This picture is 20 years old. And you can see all of them. And all of these people, 90% of them are still with Ashwaju today, and they are holding one position or the other in this government. You can see Kemi Nelson of blessed memory, very close. You can see Mr. Dele Alake, the super special advisor himself, the special advisor, special duties, communications and strategy. And also, you can see our professor,
all right,
VP Yemi of Oshibajo.
Okay, Jide, we're talking in terms of the main tax before him, because before now, Nigeria Police Force, they'll be relegated to orderlies following VIPs. Internal security, the original job, has been taken over by the military just because of capacity. So we have military operations in almost 36 states across the country. Internal security that is meant to be the prime responsibility of the Nigerian Police Force, is no longer, their area of strength.
You're right on the money. What I want to see is even some of these security agencies that we have formed being collapsed into the police. Honestly, civil defense.
They have all the departments.
The job of civil defense is actually a police job. The job of road safety is actually a police job. There was a time they tried to merge them. It caused problems. They left things like that. Police are undermanned. We have to tell ourselves the truth. In terms of civilian to police ratio, we are the worst in the world. We need far more policemen. A good number, when an IG comes, he says he's going to withdraw the policemen guiding VIPs, is a lie.
Story.
It's a lie.
Story.
After a while, you will see
roadblocks. Story.
Because they are still there. So let's have for many years, we did not even recruit into the police the way we should. Let there be more recruitment into the police, and it should be on a continuous basis.
Because we are under
Let's find the right people so that gap, we can close that gap and ensure that the under-policing, that problem is reduced drastically. Then training and retraining of their officers. Even the state of the training institutes for the police
Yeah, those schools.
Deplorable. You will not want to look at them. And if you cannot bring up a policeman in a proper atmosphere, by the time you unleash,
You will not think properly.
it's not just going to devour human beings. It's going to devour even decent people. So that's not what we want. Then the sanitization of the force. This IG has done its best to get bad eggs out of the force. Alkali, if you must give him credit, you have to give credit in the area of even infrastructure development, building some barracks for them and all that. Then sending packing all those policemen that used to misbehave, take people to ATM, you collect their money and all that. Yeah. Bad eggs.
It's not good
they
for
don't
the
belong in the
image
police.
of the force.
He's sending them packing. This IG has to continue. If he doesn't continue, we will call him out. The kind of policemen who trigger the NSAS. Because people don't remember what actually started NSAS. Just killing people as if they are ram. No, we don't want a police that does that on a consistent basis. We want police that are responsible, they know their job, police that are incorruptible. We know that's a tall order, I'm deceiving myself. But at least we should have a good number.
Of sanity.
We should have a good number that is incorruptible. We should not have a situation when we talk about the police, everybody thinks of corruption. They are not the only profession where there is corruption.
Yeah.
But they like to expose the bad eggs within their ranks, and we must give them credit for that. So in terms of internal security, they have to take up greater responsibility. And I also want to see greater synergy, because in many of the states now we have vigilante groups and all that. They need to work with them. Police will handle the issue of prosecution, but those guys will hand over people that they arrest.
Work with
and when they arrest and hand over to you, don't release those people for them to be roaming the streets again. That happens a lot. So there's a lot of work. What it needs to do, put the structures in place, let us see the deliverables. Asiwaju must give deliverables to these people, including the
service chiefs.
Service chiefs. Without deliverables, you are wasting your time.
Definitely.
Because they won't achieve anything. People must know that, look, if you don't do this, you get fired.
Yes.
If you don't work hard, you get fired. There must be KPI. In the last administration, there was no KPI.
Everybody was just...
Yes. I said, the minister told me that, the president did not like sacking people. That he would say, if I sack him now, he has a family now. He has a family. If I stay away from work now, in this place. So Andrew Anlong will be saying that Jide has a family.
Mediocrity at its worst.
I think in terms of discipline in the force, Alkali did very well. Very well. And I think Egbetokun should continue and even take it a step higher. And also, he should, in conjunction with the National Assembly and the of course, and the president. I mean, it takes the president to do that. We need state police. Even Chief Body...
That's not a task for him to do.
No, Chief Body Judge raised that issue yesterday. Of course, he can make that proposal. Raised that issue yesterday. It was suggested in the...
Policeman will not ask for state police.
Well...
Never.
But the thing is, it is quite evident...
Rivalry.
We are the people who can
ask for... Or the executive can initiate a bill.
No, that issue cooperates when the matter is...
Okay.
Because we might need
that is better.
Because 400,000, less than 400,000 men and officers and men to 200 million people. It's way
disproportionate.
Even a VIP going around with 15 police.
Yeah. So, and there's no way you can stop these VIPs going about with...
even if I'm a Yahoo boy, if I have the watchers.
We need more men. We need to commit more money, more resources.
I think there will be a synergy with the current PSC.
Yeah.
That's Police Service
Commission. You have to give them credit.
Yeah, they have been improving
a lot.
Yeah, they have been improving the rate of...
yes, under the leadership of...
they can't afford the cat and mouse relationship that was there before.
The first thing he did, the new PSC man,
Solomon Arase,
just to go and meet with the IG. To show that, look, I was an IG like you. I don't want a fight. So you can see a lot of things that have been happening since Arase took over.
I don't know which course they are now, but Egbetokun is of course 16.
And I did 1990.
Yeah, 1990. It's
the
cost,
1996.
yes, it's cost 16. And I think they're on cost 40-something now. So we need more of such courses, I mean, which is the way they recruit them.
Cadets, officer, cadet
cadets
level.
and officers. We need more. I think the police just graduated about 10,000 batch.
Really?
Yeah, about 6 months ago.
10,000.
10,000.
They have to resolve the issue of who should.
That deficit.
They need.
Yes, who should recruit.
Yeah.
I think they have one.
No,
they have an existing case in court.
No,
that case should be withdrawn, settled amicably.
I think they have resolved that. I mean, they are now, the PSC is in conjunction with the police. I think they
can do it together. But if one wants to insist that, look, it's me, because I don't blame the police. If the police says, look, we are the ones who will train them, you can't have the final say on
the commission. Yeah,
kind of
the commission should limit itself to training, promotion, and discipline, and allow the police
providing the structures for
it. Yeah.
And they should be motivated.
Of course.
Motivated.
That is
the salary,
because
remuneration.
In the last training, I have one or two of my cousins who took part in the last training. I was sending money to him to buy boots and to buy some.
They still buy those things for themselves.
Yes.
And,
that should stop.
I think one day
provision is made for that. I mean, it should stop.
Even the pension that they go home with. How can somebody who left as
even for them to register
like 90K to 100K
for them to register with the IPPS, they have to pay money.
Yes, I listened to a retired AIG say that, look, my distance is 90,000.
No.
Then later, somebody said that Jide, you must have lied. He asked another person who retired as AIG, and that one said, no, they just increased it to 120.
From AIG, 90 to 120.
And also, when this...
You collect bribe.
When this,
you want to settle your future.
When these cadets graduate, those who graduated 6 months ago are yet to be paid. I don't think it's tidy. I mean, you expose them to corruption. How do you expect them to survive?
New cadets.
I'm saying it authoritatively. Those who graduated 6 months ago, they are yet to receive a dime. That's why the fact that they even have to contribute some money before they could be registered into the IPPIS, into the Federal Government Payment System.
The police are saying they should even take them out of the pension scheme.
Okay. Yeah, I think they want to have their own.
They want to have their own. They have their bank.
So a lot of reforms coming under the police if we need to get better deals from them.
Okay, we'll take this breather. When we come back, we'll look at more